I read 5 and a bit books last week, so let's talk about them. Starting off with the book that I am currently in the middle of, I am currently reading Heir of Fire by Sarah J Maas. This is the 4th book in the Throne of Glass series. I've been slowly making my way through this series for the very first time, and honestly I'm just trying to savor it. But also, every single time I pick up a Sarah J Maas book, I find them really hard to get into because her writing is so descriptive, and sometimes it just takes me out of the story and makes me a little bit bored, even though I do love the characters and love the plot. Then I finished reading Summer in the City by Alex Aston. I did briefly mention this last week because I was in the middle of it. I loved this so much. I ended up giving this one 4 stars, I believe. This is a fake dating book following a couple, and they're just doing these really cute little things together in New York City, and I feel like I loved it so much because I've said this so many times, I feel like a broken record, but I am going to New York in a couple of weeks. And so this just made me so much more excited to go. Wild Side by Elsie Silver. This is the 3rd book in the Rose Hill series, and it's also the most recent release. This one I had high expectations for. It was like the marriage of convenience trope and the fake dating trope a little bit. Halfway through I was like, oh my god, I'm loving this, like I'm eating it up. But then in the second half, I just got really bored. Like I feel like the relationship was already established and we didn't really go anywhere. Even though I loved the characters, I just found myself so bored. Like I was pretty much skim reading the second half of this book because nothing was happening. It was just a little bit of a letdown, so I gave this one 3 stars. The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. I did listen to this one as an audiobook throughout the week, and it was very cringy, but it was still cute at the same time. I ended up giving it 3.5 stars just because I can't really fault much about it. It was just like, literally felt like watching Gilmore Girls, watching Lorelai and Luke together, but like it was just a little bit more cringy at the same time. But I still listened to the whole audiobook in like a day, so obviously I liked it. And of course I read Sunrise on the Reaping by Susan Collins. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but instant 5-star read. Definitely one of my favorite in the series. I would say it's still my second favorite after Catching Fire, but it was literally so perfect. I read the whole thing in one sitting and can't fault anything about it. Last book I read was The Perfect Family by Robin Harding. This one was actually really good. This one was a thriller, and I just wanted to binge like a thriller on my Kindle, so it is on Kindle Unlimited. Following a family of 4. We're in each of their point of view, so it's a mother and father and their 2 teenage kids, so there's a boy and a girl. At the start of the book, their house is like getting attacked, like they're getting like eggs thrown at their house, someone set like the hedge on fire out the front, like all this crazy stuff was happening. And in each of their point of views, they are all like guilty for something, and they all secretly think that someone's getting revenge on them, but like they don't tell each other. They like keep it a secret because they feel guilty. So you kind of go through the book seeing whose fault it actually is. Really well written, really easy to read and binge, and so yeah, I gave it 3.5 stars.